everybody. Alright, today I'm up here working on the leach line and my sewage. This is just going to be put in for later on down the road. Don't know if we're going to have all the water source that we want. I mean, we can go get a water container, but that's something I'm not wanting to do. I'm trying to find the water off here. But anyway, these barrels here is about 35 inches tall. So what's going to happen is the first one I'm going to put right at the ground level, maybe a couple inches under if it works out, or a couple inches above. Then I'm going to take one of these here, make it a little bigger for like a 4-inch pipe to go down in, whatever I have left over, 3-inch, and put a cap here on it so that way it can be cleaned out. But so I got to make the incoming hole, the input, right around in here, about 1 inch below there. So I don't know if you can tell that or not, but about 1 inch below here. Okay, and then the output is going to be about 4 inches down. Okay, 4 to 5 inches down. So that way it can't back up in there. And then this one here, I'm going to take this one here in the ground lower than this one here, about 4 to 6 inches lower. So that way, I'm going to do 2 of them. That way, the input on that one is going to be right at the top as well. And then the output will be right around, probably about 10 inches maybe give a little, take a little, for the output to go into the leach bed. So, even though it's just a fishing cabin, I want it to be able to later on, down the road, maybe if somebody wants to hook water or something up to it, I want it to be already ready for it and good to go. So, I've got my first hole. It's filled up in there, but it's right at the right height for it, for the first barrel. I started on the second one over there. I've got to go down probably another 4 inches or so on that one. And whatever's not there, I can just fill it up with dirt or whatever. And then the output, of course, is going to go right here. I'm going to have the number 4 rocks in there, just a couple layers, just a layer or so. And then I'll put my drain in there. And then I'll take in my leach pipe. Then I'll take another couple layers and put on top of that. And I've got it over here against the hillside as much as I could, so that way nobody should be, running up on it with an ATV or anything like that, a side by side, whatever. So let's go ahead and finish this digging right here. I'm going to try and take some of it for you, video it. So let's go ahead and get started. one here right at least 35 in deep. Let's see where we're at here. We're at 35 right there in the lips, but I got to clean this out so that barrel will sit flush there. And then clean that other side out. It's about 6 inches deeper. That's what we're wanting. So I think we're about ready to do a little bit, just a little bit more and clean her out. All right, everybody. I got her dug out here. Just got to clean it out a little bit more, but that's about it. As you can see, I dug it a little deeper. I just want that ledge area to be about 6-8 inches. It's about 10 inches. What I'll do is I'll take that excess dirt there and put it over here and go from there with it. And then as you can see, there's a little shelf there for the main one. So that one will be in there. And then this right here is the line. It's going to go out. So, let me see if those barrels will fit in here. Before we do any cutting, we want to make sure we got the right level on the second barrel for the leach line. So let's see what we got. Alright, I just kind of got the barrel sitting in here. That's all I got, is it just sitting in here, okay? So, now let's see if I can tell you this correctly. Okay, over here, going into the top of this one is going to be my input. So that's directly from the toilet into that. Okay, so that needs about 4 inches at least. So that means we need to go down 8 or 10 inches here. So we're going to go down 8-10 inches on that barrel and put an input into this one here at the top of it. That's how come I got it sunk down there lower. And then over here, have it coming out about 8 inches lower. So it's going to meet up pretty well right there with that. Woo-woo! So now all I got to do is just clean it up. I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit of a ditch line over there for the line to the toilet. And put my hose in there. And I think I've got some pipe down there to do this with. So I'm going to go down and see if I got any pipe. And I might be able to have this set today. I don't know. I got big ambitions. I thought I'd have that water line set too, but I'm on this here. So anyway, let's go ahead and go down there and see if we got any pipe to fit this. I want 3 inch or 4 inch. See if I got any that will fit this, and if so, then I'll go ahead and get them set, cut in them, and get this right here, my rock in there. See where we go from there. Alrighty. That old rooster. I'm still working up there. Actually, I'm getting ready to cut holes in my barrels up there. That old rooster trying to get me. Anyway, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have got some either 3 inch or 4 inch pipe around here. Back in the back here. Hate coming back here, but it is what it is. Can't see where you drop off at here. Let's see. I thought for sure I had it around here. Yeah, I see it over there now. It's all covered up. Alright. Let me see if I can get around through here. Alright, I got it. Oh, there's some more pipe I can use right there. Oh, cool, man. It looks like I've got enough for all of this. I am so excited. Okay. Let me see here. Here's the windows going in. Okay, it's going to be going in. Alright, let me see. Of course, I can use a lot of this. I can use all of this. Okay, I didn't bring my tape measure with me, so I guess I'm just going to have to take it out. Okay, that one's busted, so we can't use that one. Okay, this one here I can use for a drain. Yeah, I can use that for a drain. So I'm going to take this one on over here. There we go. Get in here where my doggy's at. Oh, well, there you are down there, girl. I fooled you, didn't I? I'm over here on this thing. Alright. Let me get the rest of them out of here, and then we'll come back and see what all we got. Alright. I found me some drain pipe here for the sewage, for the barrels, and then for the leach beds. There's actually another piece over there I can get for leach beds. I just went ahead and dug these ones out. And I also found some 2-inch pipe for some drainage from the sink. So yeah, we've got it all right here. So let's go ahead and get it loaded up, and we'll go and figure out the barrels and mark them and see if we can get them cut today. I don't know if we're going to or not, trying to get everything up there, but we're going to try. Let's go. Alright, I got my 4-inch pipe on here, a 2-inch, there we go. That looks like, oh, that's a 2-inch there, inch and a quarter there, looks like. Anyway, we're going to go up a steep hill, so we're going to hope it stays in there. So let's go. See how this goes. So good. Ouch, that hurt. All right. So, we got our pipe and stuff. I'm going to mark my barrels first and go from there with it. So, see, I got a black marker, and then measure these pipe and make sure. I had the one piece is going to be plenty, because fortunately enough, there's going to be a little corner back in there that we're going to put an offset bathroom to. So that's going to work out good. It's going to be probably within 2 foot there of it. So this right here is the piece that we're going to use. This piece here I'm not going to cut from, because that piece there I will have from the commode going into that with an elbow, or not an elbow but a 45 or something like that. But anyway, let's see here what we got. Okay, that's 4.5 there, 4.25. So let me see here. I could go and take and put a we go. Right there we go. 4 inches. So we're going to use this end down here to do it with. And I could go and just put a little screw in about where I want it at. Take a little pencil and a piece of string, make me a 4-inch circle. Or, let me see here. I got a cup. Let's see what kind of size that is. Well, not big. Looky, looky. It's 4. So that's what we're going to use. Right here in my marker. So let's go over here and we're going to go in here and we're going to put our holes in here. I'm going to turn this a little bit the opposite way because I'm going to take and put the outlets on it so you know if we need to have any stuff taken out or anything, and we'll put them on this side so that way people will be aware of it and not run over it 2 foot that way. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, I've got my first circle on there for my hole there. So I'm going to cut it just inside of it about 1/4 inch and then make some little slits and push my pipe through there, and then I'll caulk it real good. But what we want is the other side now. So I'm going to go to the bottom of that. Looks like we're on it there. And to the top, we got about 6 1/4 inches. So we want it at least 1 inch below that. So what we're going to do is come over here to the other side. Okay. Oh, we got gallon marks over here, so let's see if we got one to mark here. Okay, well, actually, by that mark right there, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, right there, right underneath that gallon there is actually 6 inches. Right there. So that's cool. So we want to go a couple inches, at least 1 inch below that. Let's go 1.5 inches. Let's just split the difference, okay? So let me do that, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I got my second mark on there. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that or not. I went up above it just a hair, and gonna take this off down just a little bit. So that way it's going to be sloping downward just a hair there with it. Just need just a little bit of a down slope to it, not a whole lot. As long as you've got 1/8 or 1/4, you're good. So what's in there mainly drains is the water and toilet paper. The waste all goes to the bottom. And you can throw some yeast in there, I think it's that, or Rid-X once a month, and that'll take care of that. But I don't think it'll ever be used enough. Don't know when we'll get it hooked up, but it's going to be there in case we need it. So awesome, in case we want to hook it up. Now let's go ahead and get this barrel out and get it done. Alright guys, got my first hole in. It was fairly easy. I do not have a generator. So, and I could not find my isolating saw. And all the other tools, Joe's pretty well got them where he's got to work. He's got their bills. Anyway, he's our man. Love him. But what I simply did was I just took a drill bit there, marked my circle, and went around through there and made me all kinds of little holes, as you can see. And then I made them fairly close, as you can see there. And then I just took my box knife and just cut it out. So there we go. And we have pretty well a 4-inch hole there. We can work with it a little bit. It don't have to be perfect right now because we're just trying to get it to where we can take it in there. So anyway, I'll take and set these once I get all the holes in them. And before I set them, I'm going to take some duct tape and tape these up. So that way we can move them if we need to move them for the bathroom. So there we go. All right, let's go ahead and do the other one. Okay, we're down here. I got this right here sized up in here. And I'm going to see if I can bring this up before I start it so you guys can see. Okay, here we go. Alright, now there's the one hole, and there, I don't know if you can see it or not, is the other hole. I'm going to bring it towards me a little bit more as soon as I get out of the way here. And it's about an inch lower than that one, so I'm actually going to put some dirt underneath here and bring it up a little bit. I do not have a level with me, but we can do all that later on once it gets pretty close. But what my grandfather and them used to do, they had pop bottles back then. And they'd take their pop bottle and they'd put on there, and they would take and see if their water was level or not. So whether it would have to come down or up. So this right here is kind of close. Probably holding my phone right, but it's kind of close. So I can always, it needs to come this way a little bit, but I can always take and fill that in and level it up once I get it halfway stable. So let's go ahead and, I thought that was an interesting factor. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and hop out of the way here, and I'm going to get the other barrel over here on the other side of me. I'm going to try to anyway. All right. All right, I got my other hole done. So I'm going to kind of set this around there. And it's got a good drop on it because I did it right at the top of this one. So we've got, by the time I get it leveled up, it's going to have about a half an inch drop maybe. So that's good. And then this right here will probably have about a half an inch drop on it once we get it done. So what I have done, since I'm up here by myself, I kind of thought ahead a little bit and made sure I could get out of this hole because I'm kind of older. So what I have done is I took my backhoe here, my little bucket, and put it over here so I can have some leverage to get up out of. So let's do this. I'm going to need this tape measure. We're going to go cut some pipe. Alrighty. Alright, I'm up and out of there. Alright, so we got some pipe over here. Let me get my stuff. We'll go over there. Let's see what we got. We got one piece of pipe over here, and that's all we need is one piece. So let's go over here. I saw one end of it was busted though. We're going to keep the female end to it. I guess that's what they call it, the beveled edge here, so we can put something into it. Put the other piece into it. We're going to take this piece. There we go. Let's take it over here where we'll have somewhere to cut it. Alrighty. So it's fairly close in there, so I'm going to make this probably, let's do 5 inches. That should go in at least an inch or two. Have an inch or two in between them, and an inch or so on the other side. So that should do it. So let's do that. Gotta sit right there. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna sit down, get this measured out, and we'll go from there. Sometimes you just gotta stop and look out. It's really down, but it ain't nothing like it was last year. That's just where we haven't had no rain. Alrighty guys, let me get this pipe cut. Alright everybody, I got my piece cut. I just needed an idea of it. So, I don't have no sandpaper up here. And I want to kind of smooth these edges down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just have me a seat over here. Take my box knife. There we go, like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just kind of cut these edges down a little bit. Smooth them out. Because you don't want nothing getting caught on them. I might go on down, I should go on down and get some sandpaper. So I might just go ahead and do that. But I'm going to try this out. And if I had a lighter or a torch, more like a torch, I could just kind of heat it up and it would melt it down a little bit. But this knife might do okay. So let me get this right here fixed and we'll see. We might be able to get that in today. It's getting closer. One day closer. Alrighty guys, I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I've got my piece here cut, and as you can see it's kind of cut at an angle there, and the reason why is because this is going to be offset just a little bit, so I want to make sure I have enough to go all the way. So let's see if we can put this in here, kind of give it a little twist. Awesome, right there it is. Okay, and then if you can see, I can angle it just enough to put it in this one here, and then I'm going to go around it and do some caulking here. Pretty good cut, huh? Woohoo! Alrighty, so now let me try and get the other one in, and then we will, then I'm going to try and level them up. So, I'll be back in a minute. Don't go away! Alrighty guys, I am so excited. Okay, I got the pipe in here, and as you can see, there's a little slope to it, so it'll drain into this one. So what's going to happen is the commode outlet is going to come into this one at the top, 6 inches down. Okay, it's going to come into the top of this one. Okay, and then it's going to come out this hole here. There we go. Leveled into its pitch area, into its trench. And I'm going to put some number 4 gravel in there, and then I'll cover it with some number 4 gravel. But whenever I put my pipe in there, my perforated pipe, I'm going to take and put like a landscape covering over it so it don't fill up with dirt. Yeah, alrighty. Sounds like we got a plan anyway. I wanted to show you this before I climbed out of this hole, because the chances of me coming down back in this hole is slim to none, because there's no room once I get it set up. So I think it's going to work out though. I'm excited. Woohoo! Alright, let's go ahead and get this done now. Alright everybody, I got them set in there. They're kind of level, but what I'm going to do is get some dirt around them. They're real easy to move around. I'm going to put it about halfway full, and then that way I'll level them up. Make sure everything's draining properly. I already know that one's over there down, and then this one here, I just kind of put this here so I don't cover it up. I might even end up using it. But you got to remember, I'm going to put 2-inch rock underneath that. So that's going, number 4, so about 2 inches of it. So that's going to bring it up about right there. And then it's going to go out level from there on out. So let's go ahead and backfill this real easy. And boy, this has been something to do. I've enjoyed it, and I think it's going to work okay, and I'm excited for it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get it backfilled. still need the coffin. I'm trying to get it stable right now. I'm trying to get it in there. Sorry about that, guys. So you guys got an idea of what I'm doing there. I'll wait and get them about halfway. Maybe not even halfway. Enough to where I can jump down in there and get out. And level them up. And then I'll dig out on this side where the part going into it. And stub it up. And then I'm going to have a clean out on both of them. You might even do a clean out in the middle there. And then, of course, down to the end. So, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I haven't done this kind of stuff in many moons. Alrighty, talk to you later. God bless. Alrighty, so I'm going to level this up. I'm going to try to anyway. See what we got here. Like I say, I still got to put the tops on there, the clean outs. Okay, let's see what we got there. Oh, we're way off. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, that side needs to come up. You can see down there the difference about an inch. So that end needs to come up about an inch. Let's see what we got here. Got there. I can't see it from here, so I'm going to try and get down in here and try and level this up some and be right back with it. See what we got. Alright guys, it didn't take but just a second. This is easy to move. Of course I didn't feel, I only went like not even halfway up with it. We got level going that way. You always want to make sure you check both ways. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it is in the bubble. So we're going to leave it right there like that. That's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stabilize this one now, and then I'll go to the other one. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep an eye on it, make sure I don't shift it any. And I'm not going to cover them up again. Yeah. check and make sure we're still in the bubble there. Okay, we are still in the bubble. See if we're still in the bubble this way. We are still in the bubble. Woohoo! Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and hop over on the other one. I'm going to fill this in a little bit more, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a minute on the other one. Alright, I got it. And I got it just by simply twisting it backward and forth and using it in there. And then I'll caulk this up here. So what I'm going to do now is fill this up to that, to where I could still caulk it there. And then leave it until I can get that caulked. And I still got to dig out. I'm going to dig out over here yet. From the house there, from the fishing cabin. So we will dig out right over here where that hole there is. Straight over. And this back in here, there's going to be like a little 4 foot, well 6 foot, probably about 6 foot maybe, little angle there. Because the cabin's going to go at an angle. So it's actually going to go from that corner and it's going to angle back this way. So, and it's going to stop about right here. So I'm not going to have far to go with everything. So, probably about right on here, I think. Give a little, take a little, I don't know. Anyway, we're in good shape, guys. I'm so excited to get this done. Let me go ahead and fill this in a little bit, and we'll call it a night. I'll be back in a minute to show you the rest of it. Boy, I tell you, that just don't even look right from the angles of the ground and the angles of the pipe and everything. But it's level.